Hey, what's up everyone? Welcome back to Hassan's Hits. It has been a while. UFC 289 came. Charles Oliveira beat Beneil Dariush. Dariush riding a 9-fight win streak coming into this one, but it came to a stop. The dilemma for the UFC is gonna be if Volk gets by Yair Rodriguez, which, in my opinion, I think he's gonna get by Yair. If Volk gets by Yair, you have a dilemma where, do you set up Volk versus Islam 2, or do you set up Oliveira versus Islam right now? Charles Oliveira, he looked fantastic, on the feet, even going to the ground. He was threatening with submissions like he always does. Beneil Dariush kind of looked flat-footed. He just looked out of place. He didn't look like himself last night. But that could be because Charles Oliveira is that great. Charles Oliveira keeps campaigning for the Islam fight, as well he should. But even though he's campaigning for this fight, he keeps saying he wasn't himself in the octagon that night that Islam beat him. The truth of the matter is he was himself. Islam is just, there's levels to this game. He's that much better. He was himself. It's just Islam Makhachev is that much better. And, Charles Oliveira kind of has to come to grips with that and just come back better, come back with a different game plan, whatever the case may be. He's saying that he's going to come back the same way, same game plan, and that he's going to get it done this time. I don't know how that's going to work out for him, but, it seems like a bad idea. Now, let's talk about Amanda's big win for a second. Amanda, going into this one, I was saying, this was a bad matchup. Of course, it was supposed to be Amanda versus Juliana Pena. Again, Juliana Pena withdrew with an injury. However, Aldana is just not on that level. She's not on Amanda's level, and it showed last night. At least Aldana is tough. That's all we find out from her. She has a long way to go before she can step in with world-class competition like Amanda and even Juliana Pena. I saw this retirement from Amanda coming. However, it was surprising to see her retire after this fight, because I expected her to fight Juliana Pena and then, retire. Her and Juliana are 1-1. She decided to retire. And, afterwards, she basically said that it doesn't matter who wins the belt. The real belt's with her, and that whoever wins next is winning a fake belt. Now, this is hilarious because she retired. Like, it's over. She's the greatest to ever do it as a women's fighter. However, to say that whoever wins the belt next is a fake champion, it's just weird in my opinion. I believe she's saying this because she expects Juliana Pena to get the belt next, and she doesn't want to give her credit for winning the belt. It was weird for her to say that. I kind of get where Juliana's coming from, because they're 1-1. She wanted that one back, and everyone thought the trilogy was coming, but Amanda decided to retire. It was, like she said, it's a great time for her to retire. However, she can't take subtle shots at Juliana Pena knowing that they're 1-1. Like, Juliana Pena did beat her. She submitted her. So it just makes zero sense that she's taking shots at Juliana Pena knowing that she could have made the trilogy fight and she decided to retire. All in all, it was, Charles Oliveira had an incredible fight, and other than a few sparse fights here and there, it was a lackluster pay-per-view event. This was barely a fight night type of card. Forget about a pay-per-view event. So, Dana and the UFC have kind of been rolling this out for this entire year. It's been lackluster. We've had maybe 4 or 5 out of the pay-per-view events that have been, dismal cards that they're not even. Forget about just stacking the cards. Just have enough names on there for it to be a pay-per-view event. These are barely fight night cards.